Commanders taking on the New York Giants. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the second-year man from Alabama.
Bring what, them balloons?
And he's got room. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
I still could have started crying when I was popping them, so I just told her to give them.
There and a first.
It's easy to celebrate every good run by Robinson.
Exactly.
The stories don't get much better than his last year. Shot during an attempted robbery just 13 days before the regular season. He made it back by week 5 and played in 12 games for Washington. Even better, gained almost 800 yards.
That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for Washington. 45 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. On the counter, this is Robinson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Robinson again. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Commanders 7, Giants 0.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now this defense for the Commanders, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Jones throw complete here to Waller. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Giants at 2 and 4 here in the first half of the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Washington defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. You talk about this Washington defense. They played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
Now Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 4th down, Jamie
Nobody been out front of him.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14.
20.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it will be Washington football now with 1st and 10.
I don't remember going up front.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given. He's got it at the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big connection on that one. 42 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Washington,
I'm just saying, I don't remember going at the front door anymore.
As they've got it with
Ooh,
the 1st and 10.
who is that? Who is that?
Oh, no, who did he?
Off play action. It's Howell. This is called touchdown.
Mama got
Washington.
You gotta go get Mama.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders.
Nah, dude had came in our yard. I was trying to see what he came in our yard for.
Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that really happen on your scorecard?
Yeah.
All the action is happening now. They got here. Whatever cliche you want to bring into it. They're locked into a groove. They're clicking on all cylinders. They're piling up the points.
To the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, here's Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd and 9 here. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Okay, here we go.
Throwing Jones. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Jones. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It's a 1st down Washington on a pickup of 18.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Hal to the air on 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Touchdown! Terry McLaurin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. John Bates as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Giants nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Steps away to his left. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
35. Giants nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out and take pride in your work and try and put something together here in the second half.
It's second and 8.
From the 27, Jones. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 103 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Second and 5. This time they'll throw it with Howell. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Back to throw, Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Howell looking to throw again. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it is 42-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will set.
Hey, you from Memphis, bro?
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought
You from Memphis, bro?
the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier.
Alexa, play Spotify.
Like this, no matter how the game looks on here's Spotify. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Here's one deep from Pickens. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
This 2nd and 4. Robinson with another carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Washington on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards there for number 15. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Howell. And it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to get it back here just past the 35.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Jones now off the play fake. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Off play action. Jones. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And now here is another interception. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one,
and this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So a victory here for the Commanders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.
Fuck your nigga, I want your bitch.